Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. I'm so excited today because I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite boxes ever, Didi's Deluxe Bead Box for the month of December. Now if you've watched any of my previous unboxings, you'll know that this is one of the prettiest boxes around. It truly is. And if you're not familiar with this box, I'll leave some information down below along with a link to the website and a coupon code in case you're interested. It's not a subscription, it's a limited edition, so once they're gone, they're gone. And let me tell you guys, they go pretty quick. I recommend that you join their Facebook group to keep track of when they release a new box, and that way you won't miss out. I'll leave that link down below as well. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And here we have Didi's Deluxe Bead Box for the month of December. And don't you just love this? It says inspiring your creative senses. And this box definitely does do that. Let's go ahead and open it up. It always comes wrapped in tissue with a really cute sticker. And the name of this box is Black Beauty. Let's see what it says. It says, let's celebrate the last edition of the year 2023 with a timeless and classy monochromatic color scheme, a palette that is sophisticated enough to effortlessly elevate both casual and formal wear. We'd also like to take this opportunity to wish you and your loved ones a blessed holiday and a new year filled with prosperity, good health, and countless beating smiles. We look forward to serving you with the same dedication and enthusiasm that you've come to expect from Didi's Beads. Cheers. That's a very, very nice message to end 2023 and welcome the new year. And down here are the materials. As you can see, there are quite a few. And I can't wait to see what's in this month's box. And what an unusual palette this is this time. And there's lots of variety here. It is absolutely stunning. Let me take them out. Wow, I'm so impressed. Look at this. Oh my gosh, these are Z beads. I don't think I've seen them in this color before. So pretty. And of course, here's my favorite strand of all, the Inspired by Checks Designer strand. I see lots of gemstones this month. Let me get organized and we'll go through each item. And here are the first 6 strands. And some of these strands are so long they don't even fit within the frame of my camera. And what an elegant palette this is. In this first strand, we have some check beads, but the rest of these are all gemstones. So if you're one of the lucky ones to get this box, you're getting a great deal this month with all these gemstones. But as always, I like to start with my favorite strand, which is this one right here. The Inspired by Checks Designer strand. And of course, they've named it Black Beauty. And it definitely is beautiful. Look at that, guys. Look how pretty these beads are. I'm always blown away by these strands. We have some flat ovals here with a very interesting edge. And then we have a little tiny 4mm bead at the end, a spacer bead right here in a gold color, and then this one right here, this coin bead with a flower design. This one has bead caps. It's a little rondelle, it looks like. We have another flat oval bead here, and then we have the center focal with a beautiful heart and a Picasso finish on the edges. How beautiful is that? Oh my gosh. That is gorgeous. And then on this side is a repeat of what was on the right side. I'm going to have so much fun with these beautiful beads. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love these strands. Let's take a look at the next one. Now, I'll be honest, guys. I've never heard of lava kite, but that's what these are. They're natural lava kite beads. They're also called black labradorite. But I did a quick search on the internet, and they're also known as black moonstone. And I think it's because they do resemble a gray version of the moonstone, and maybe they're called black labradorite because they have a little bit of blue as well, a very slight amount of blue. And they do have some shimmery refractions from what I can see. And of course, just like all the gemstones, they have some healing properties as well, if you believe in that kind of thing. These are known for grounding, protection, and transformation. Aren't these gorgeous? They're so beautiful, guys. Look at that. I really like these. These measure 10 by 14 millimeters, and there's a total of 16. How lovely are these? Let's take a look at this next one. This one's also lava kite. It's the same kind of stone, but these are 6mm rounds. And I am seeing some flashes in that stone. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. And I'm definitely seeing blue. You can see a little flash of blue in this one right here. And this strand measures 14.5 inches and there's a total of 60 pieces. Aren't these beautiful? They're so pretty. This one looks almost silvery. How gorgeous. Let's take a look at the next one. That's a very interesting shape. These are diamond cut black onyx beads and they measure 8 millimeters in size. Look at the reflection on those facets. How beautiful is that? This is a 12-inch strand and there are 40 beads on this strand. But what I love the most is this beautiful cut, this diamond cut. Absolutely gorgeous. Of course, everything coordinates perfectly. Didi Beads always does such a good job of curating their boxes. Let's take a look at the next one. This one is also black onyx. And it's a very long strand as well. It's 15 inches long. And these are smooth rounds, as you can see. And there's about 70 beads on this strand. Of course, they coordinate perfectly with this one right here, which makes it really easy to design something. Whenever you get coordinating beads like this, you really don't have to spend as much time designing because it's so much easier. I have the worst time coming up with designs when the beads don't coordinate, and it usually takes me days before I can come up with something. Let's take a look at this next one. Now this one's also black onyx, but it's matte, as you can see, which is really nice. It's nice to have different textures or different finishes. And these are also 6 millimeters in size, and it's a 7.5-inch strand, and there are 30 beads on this strand. Very, very nice. I really love what I've seen so far. Like I said before, it's a very elegant palette, and these beads are going to be perfect for some sort of jewelry piece to wear on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Let me get some more strands. Here are the next 5 strands. I love the monochromatic palette with a little touch of gold. I think it's so gorgeous. But we also have some silver and some white for a splash of brightness. Now this one here is an absolutely gorgeous strand of Z beads. But I gotta tell you guys, having grown up in Australia where there's a lot of creepy critters, insects, reptiles, and all kinds of things like that, this one actually reminds me of a caterpillar. Of course, it's a little bit too long for a caterpillar, but the striping reminds me of a caterpillar we had in Australia. And even though I love butterflies, I really can't stand caterpillars. But I do love these beads. I love Z beads. These are called faceted wavy line Tibetan Z agate beads, and they measure 6 millimeters in size, which is my favorite bead size. I love working with 6 millimeter beads. Look how pretty these are, guys. They're so beautiful. You can see some of the faceting, and those stripes are really, really pretty. Most of the bead is like a warm off-white color, but then it has those black stripes, and I'm even seeing a little bit of gray. How pretty are these? They're stunning. Let's take a look at this next one. These are pretty rondelle beads, as you can see, and they're faceted, and they're opaque white, but then they have that silver plating. It's a really pretty shade of silver. It's not too bright. It's kind of on the dark side. They measure 6 by 4 millimeters, and this strand is 16 inches long. And there are 95 pieces on this strand. I really like that tone of silver. I think I like it better than bright silver. It's so pretty. Let's take a look at this one now. These are really pretty disc rondelles. And again, it's that monochromatic scheme. We have the opaque white beads, we have gray beads and black beads, and we have clear, or maybe it's kind of smoky because it looks kind of dark. And these measure 8 by 4 millimeters. It's a 7-inch strand, and there are 35 beads on the strand. And they're so sparkly. I really love them. And actually the white and gray look like they have an AB finish. That's what it looks like anyway. Very beautiful. Let's take a look at these little ones. And this strand is very long as well. These are faceted teardrops, and they're 4 millimeters in size. And this strand measures 17 inches in length, and there are 95 pieces. And look at this, guys. They're almost the same color scheme as the disc rondelles. How cool is that? And some of them do have the AB finish, as you can see. Aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. And they're dainty too, which I really like. And 95 beads is quite a lot of beads. Let's take a look at this one now. These are 4mm faceted hematite beads, but what makes these so special is that they're actually 14 karat gold plated, which is why they have that beautiful gold tone. And how awesome is it to get high-end beads like this? You don't normally get 14 karat gold plated beads in most boxes. And this is an 8-inch strand, and there are 50 beads on this strand. And since these are 14 karat gold plated, they're perfect for making some kind of Christmas gift since they're high-end. So these are all the strands. Let me get the rest of the items. To top off this month's wonderful collection, we have these last few gorgeous items. These two ovals and this one here are gemstones, and this one's actually 14 karat gold plated. So once again, we have some high-end items. And I like it that they included 2 tones of metals, gold and silver, because these have silver. And of course, this one has the gold, which is absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a look at it. This is a black agate geode pendant. It has the gold on the edges, as you can see, and it's pretty good quality, guys. I can tell you that because I've looked at these pendants before at gem shows, and the plating isn't usually as good as this. And of course, since it's 14 karat gold plated, it's a beautiful gold tone. Look at that geode effect in the center. Isn't it beautiful? It has the bail as well, so that's very handy. There's the other side. And I'm not sure of the dimensions, but it's a very decent size. It's not too large and it's not too small. It's actually the perfect size for a pendant, in my opinion. Very, very pretty. And since it has blacks and grays, it's going to go beautifully with the other beads. Here we have 2 sets of earwire hooks. They're both stainless steel, which I really appreciate. I'm one of those people that can't wear base metals in my earlobes. If I put something on that's not stainless steel or some kind of precious metal like gold, I break out almost immediately. But anyways, you can see we have 2 different styles, which is really nice. Let me just give you a close-up. The gold ones have a little coil accent at the base, and these are kidney-shaped. So anyway, that gives you the option of making earrings to go along with whatever you decide to make, whether it's necklaces or bracelets. Let's take a look at this one now. It's a pretty carved rose magnetic clasp. Let me see if I can show you. There it is. And it's pretty strong too. Isn't it beautiful? There's the back side. I love it. A black onyx and lavakite bracelet with this pretty carved rose clasp would be stunning. Of course, you'd want to add some sparkly crystals as well. Let's take a look at this next one. This is an Indonesian handmade Kashmiri focal bead. It measures 18mm, and it has these embedded rhinestones. And right by the hole is what looks like a bead cap, but it really isn't. It's glued on there. A little bit about Kashmiri beads. They're also known as Bollywood beads, and they're usually decorated with all kinds of things like mirrored chips, seed beads, and rhinestones. And from what I've read on the internet, they're made from a combination of marble powder and synthetic resin on metal cores. Very, very interesting. I love the texture. It's super cool. Of course, it coordinates perfectly with the entire collection. And let's look at these last beads here. These are 2 faceted grey granite oval stones. They measure 18 by 13mm. Since there are 2, you could make earrings with them. Of course, you could always incorporate one of these into a necklace as well if you wanted to. And they look to be about maybe 6 or 7mm thick, something like that. And even though they're granite, they're actually pretty lightweight. So they would make perfect earrings. So anyway, guys, I really love this collection this month. I think it's so beautiful. Very elegant. I'd like to go ahead and arrange everything on my board now. So let me do that and I'll see you in a few moments. Well, here's the entire collection, the Black Beauty collection for the month of December 2023. A gorgeous monochromatic collection of undeniable splendor. It really is. I think this color scheme is definitely aesthetically pleasing, and the fact that it has so many gemstone strands is really impressive. And like all the boxes that Didi Beads produces, you get lots of shapes and sizes and finishes as well. We have the gorgeous check beads up here, which always ignites my creativity. And then we have these unusual cuts. We have the rectangular beads, the diamond cut onyx beads, the Z beads and the Indonesian bead, the geode, which I really love. I'm so impressed with this beautiful collection. It's truly enchanting in my opinion. with all these different choices. I hope you feel the same way. And if you missed out on getting this box, you might want to consider going to Didi's online bead store. Sometimes they do have extras from previous boxes, but do check their shipping policy because I think they only ship to the US and Canada. You might want to check that first. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me in the unboxing of these gorgeous beads. If you have some time, I'd love to hear your opinion. If you could leave some comments down below, that would be really nice. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.